Hello, Leo. Welcome to Soul Good. I'm Amber Marie, and this is your July 2022 Tarotscope. If you are curious about the decks that I'm using today, you can find a list of them in the description box below. You can also find links to my social media accounts, as well as links to information on personal readings and the Soul Good membership channel on Telegram. So Leo, before we jump in, I do want to share with you that as I was shuffling the cards for you, I did see the Eight of Pentacles and the Eight of Cups. Both, when I split the deck, one was on one side and one the other. I do feel like you've been working a lot on yourself, Leo. You may even be seeing 8-8 in your physical reality, but I do feel like you have been or are working on yourself a lot. The eights are those numbers of like self things. You're doing things for yourself, right? And I feel like you have essentially, you may have, how do I word this, please? Like, dove right into whatever you're passionate about right now. You may have been very focused on that, right? Kind of put these high standards upon yourself. I do feel like you've done a lot of, like I was saying, like self-work, and I feel like you have grown because I feel like you've been very diligent about it. I feel like you've been diligent about the way that you're thinking, right? Maybe you're trying to manifest better or something, and so you're thinking differently, and you've been very mindful or diligent about your thoughts and your actions. Maybe you're trying to implement a new habit or something like that, and so you've been very diligent about it, right? Like, I feel like you've put some high standards on yourself, like, hey, this is what needs to be done, or this is what I want to do, and I'm going to do it. For some of you, I do feel like this diligence that you've put in could have something to do with your job. Again, something you may be passionate about even. And I do feel like for some of you, there's this energy of almost like a recognition, like you've been working hard, like things start changing, right? I also feel with this Eight of Cups that I do feel like you could potentially be leaving something behind or walking away from something. And here's what's really interesting about this, because there's a lot of times in readings that I've watched where like people refer to the Eight of Cups as like walking away from a person or a relationship, which makes sense because cups can be about relationships. But what is really interesting here to me is I feel like the things that you're walking away from have something to do with your emotions, potentially, right? Or feelings about something. And I feel like for a good handful of you, I feel like it could have something to do with thought patterns, right? Or things that you've been kind of replaying over and over in your life, different types of emotions or feelings that have held you back or have limited you in some kind of way, right? There's this energy of Eight of Cups being that disillusioned kind of energy. And I do feel like there are emotions and things that you've looked at and are like, that's not really serving me. Let's not do that anymore. Right? Or something like that. Like, it feels like, again, it feels like you've been putting in a lot of self-work. And I feel like you should be kind of congratulating yourself, Leo, because it feels like you've come quite a long way. Let's jump into the cards and see what they have to say for this month for you. So please, Father, Mother, Life, Universe, Spirits, Guides, Angels, our cosmic team, our ancestors, our higher selves, what activations might Leo be experiencing for the month of July 2022, please? What activations might Leo experience for the month of July 2022, please? Okay, quite a few coming out for you. 4, actually. So lots going on for you this month, Leo. Can we have some clarity on this first activation, please? How might this show up in Leo's life? How might this first activation show up in Leo's life this month, please? We have a clear card for this first activation for the month of July, please. Thank you for your patience, Leo, as I shuffle. Oftentimes I take jumpers or ones that I'm intuitively like, yes, that's the one. Okay, so thank you for your patience. And what about the second activation, please? How might that show up in Leo's life? Too many cards. Oh, that was really interesting, you guys. Again, I just follow my intuition, so it's interesting that this chunk of cards falls out on the table. I pick them up and there's one left. And how might this third activation show up for Leo, please? How might this third activation show up for Leo? Okay, thank you. And how might this fourth and final activation show up for Leo in the month of July 2022? That was interesting. I thought it was going to be that card, but it flew back in the deck. So what about this fourth and final activation? How might this show up for Leo, please? Yeah, thank you. Beautiful. I love it. And can we have some clarity on how this first activation might show up? Clarity, please. Clarity on how this first activation might show up for Leo. Okay, thank you. And clarity on this second activation and how it might show up for Leo for this month. Clarity on the second activation, please. Again, Leo, I thank you for your patience as I go through and get these cards out for you. How might this second activation show up for Leo? Can we have some clarity, please? Clarity on this second activation. Okay, thank you. And the third, we have clarity on the third activation and how it might show up. Thank you. Can go either way with it landing horizontally like that. And okay, that's too many. Let's try this again. For the fourth activation, how might this show up? Okay, thank you. And what do Leo's angels want to share in okay. Are there more? Yes. What do Leo's angels want to share in regards to July? Thank you. I almost felt like that one was like, do I want to come out or not? All right, we're going to set those to the side. Let's just kind of slide these over just a little bit. All right, the first activation you have showing up for you, Leo, this month is I Am Presence. Light body activation, accessing the divine within. It's interesting to me because I do feel like you've been working at this. I feel like there's some part of you that has been stepping into your power, essentially, that has been acknowledging, oh, wow, I'm a divine being. Oh, wow, like that's really kind of cool. And I feel like you've been seeing signs of this. It's very, very interesting. I feel like you've been tapping into that I am presence, that divinity within you. And I feel like you've been seeing it in your life, right? Even if it's something small, or, oh, I manifested that, or, oh, my intuition said that would happen, or something like this. I feel like you've been experiencing these sorts of things. And if you haven't, you will be, okay? Through the month of July. It feels to me like it's like there's this acknowledgement of truth, like, oh, this is who I am, actually. This is really cool. This is really fascinating. And I do feel like there's a fear. There's a fear there that I feel like you've been releasing. Pardon me, fear manifests as like burpee energy for me. And I feel like there's this energy of fear, right? It's like fear that you aren't that, right? Like fear that you aren't that, whatever that is. Like, let's see, what is this? Okay, so maybe it's the fear of like things not coming to you, maybe you not having the ability to manifest things, or who am I to manifest things, or something like that, because you do have come to me as well, attracting like a rose, receive abundance and desires. Right? I feel like there's something here where it's like um maybe I'm not doing enough to receive abundance. Maybe I need to be doing more. Maybe I need to be something. And there's this energy of just kind of surrendering, right? And to just be ready to receive. There's that energy. And I feel like this is something that you're working on this month, because I feel like there's some part of you that's like, okay, I know I'm a divine being. I know I can manifest things. I know that I have the ability to do this. But what if it doesn't show up? Right? Like that, but what if, like, coming in at the end, right? That's how it feels to me. And I feel like this is something that, again, I feel like this is something you're healing, something that you're dealing with this month. And I feel like there's also this energy of you could possibly just be kind of like, things might be just coming in this month for you unexpectedly. Yeah, I mean, because you do have this I am presence, like accessing the divine within, and then this energy of receive abundance and desires. In other words, like manifesting what it is that you want, accessing that divine co-creator within you, and bringing it forward. So you may have things showing up in your life. You have the Eight of Swords in reverse here, which is like freedom, new perspective. Like, and I feel like this is what you're doing, like self-acceptance, right? Accepting, like, I am a divine being. I am a manifester. I do have this ability to bring things in. I am enough, right? Like freeing yourself from any of these limiting beliefs that have kept your manifestations from coming in. I feel like this is something that you're healing or have been healing, right? And we did have, interestingly enough, the Eight of Pentacles and Eight of Cups showing up, and now the Eight of Swords. So again, Leo, I feel like you've been working your butt off, trying to heal, trying to deal, trying to move energy, trying to like, okay. And I'm not saying that you're like every day, like, okay, today I'm going to heal this, tomorrow I'm going to heal this. But I feel like as things come up, like you're doing the things in the sense of I'm being present in the moment. I'm being aware of how I feel. I'm being aware of my intuition. I'm being in the moment. I'm um getting, or holding rather, the seat of the observer. So I'm not letting myself be attached to certain things. I'm going with the flow. And I feel like this is part of that acceptance that, like, I feel like you have been working so hard on yourself, Leo. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Like, it feels like you're doing so much work and you should be so proud of yourself. This shit is hard. This shit is so hard. And I feel like you are doing things. Like, I feel like if somebody from 10 years ago were to try to spend an hour with you right now, unless they're on your level, of course, but like somebody from your past, if they tried to spend an hour with you, they would be like, who are you? Like they would have nothing. Like, I feel like they wouldn't recognize you, because I feel like you've been doing a shit ton of work. And I do feel like I feel like it's about to pay off for you guys. For real. Because you have all of these eights showing up that's like mastery and accomplishment and things moving, right? Action, movement. Um, Also like a rebirth energy, change is happening. Like I feel like all of these things are happening for you, Leo. Let's see what else you have. What other activations? Halls of Amenti, secrets revealed, treasures uncovered, and initiations. Leo, I feel like for some of you, this is a message of like you actually getting like secrets. Or what some would call like the secrets, right? Like, if you guys ever experienced like, maybe somebody's like super youthful and you're like, well, what's your secret? How are you so youthful? Or, you know, like, where's your fountain of youth? Like that sort of thing. Or how are you so positive? What's your secret? Or how do you have so much energy? Let me just bottle that up. Like, it seems like you have a secret. Like people, I feel, are looking at you as if you have some sort of secret, some sort of knowledge that they don't have, and you're living your life doing the damn thing, and they're like, how is Leo just going through life all hunky-dory or all whatever, like it's no big deal. Like, what is your secret? I feel like you shine this beautiful light, Leo. I feel like people are looking at you like, how in the world is Leo in such a good mood? How is Leo doing this? If this, and I don't feel like this is everyone, but I do feel like there are some of you that like seem to have this like secret to life or this secret to peace or this secret to happiness. And I feel like this is something that was like given to you, right? It was dropped into your field at some point. Maybe you were meditating, maybe you were praying, maybe you were doing your dishes, and all of a sudden it was like, huh, imagine that. And you just start applying it to your life. And then all of a sudden it's like, whoa, does the Leo have some secret sauce that we don't know about? Where do we get it? Like, that's what it feels like. I feel like the treasure you're uncovering is your fucking self. Like, I, for real, like, Leo, I know that some of y'all can be like super in your ego, but I am definitely too in your horn for you because it feels to me like you have some aspect of this whole life thing figured out. I this month, I don't know. It feels like I kind of like, what is Leo doing? Like, Leo knows what the hell's going on. How is Leo like this? Like, it feels like you have every reason to kind of toot your own horn right now because, first of all, you've been doing so much work. And second of all, you've somehow uncovered like a secret sauce for life. Whether you found that in peace and love and serenity and yourself and whatever it is, happiness, joy, whatever, but there's something about you where it's like Leo has the secret sauce. Let me see, what is this? Yes. Oh my gosh, Leo. Wait till you see this. You have the rose thread, inner call, soul led, the mystic, and living courageously. Are you kidding me? What was I just saying? That's your secret sauce, Leo. You're just living. You're like, okay, listen, if the whole world's gonna go to shit, I'm gonna enjoy the ride. Period. I think some of you are laughing right now. I feel like some of you are like, oh yeah, that sounds about right. Oh my gosh. But here's the thing, like I feel like that's part of your secret sauce is you are letting your soul lead the way. You're being courageous. You're like, you know what? I don't care if it don't make sense to you. It feels damn good to me and y'all want the sauce anyways. So why are you trying to tell me how to do things? I mean, we like as a Leo, you don't take direction very well, like, or how does the word, not direction, you don't take demands very well anyways, right? Like authority, people telling you what to do. It's like, yo, okay, you want to come in the jungle? Because like we can figure this out. Right? But I feel like you're like, I'm following my soul. That is the secret sauce. That is the treasure I'm uncovering. And I do feel like part of you, a part of the treasure that's uncovered, right? I said it's you. I feel like it's because you are this mystic. You are this alchemist. You are transforming your life, Leo. And it's fucking beautiful. Like the energy feels so beautiful to me. I'm smiling for like a little schoolgirl for you guys because it feels so amazing. It's like Leo is onto something. Even if you don't know what the something is, it's like Leo is onto something. Oh my goodness. What do you have here? Page of Wands in the reverse. Interesting. Doesn't really go with, okay, let me see. Okay, so I feel here's a little bit of what I'm getting. Which, I mean, a lot of times I feel like there's something here, Leo, where you may have kind of been in this energy of like procrastination type of thing, right? I feel like there's some part of you that's kind of like, oh, okay, I probably could be doing this, which would help me to grow and things. I feel like this is part of the secrets that have been uncovered or are about to be like kind of thrust upon you. Part of the secret because you are following your intuition and you are living courageously, which is like the complete opposite of this Page of Wands here. Because in the upright, it's about that kind of living courageously, like the excitement, the freedom, right? Exploration, that sort of thing. And in the reverse, it's like the opposite. It's like, okay, I'm kind of procrastinating. I don't really have any direction to go. I'm just kind of sitting here. I'm not really doing anything meaningful, right? Or things like this. And I feel like this is part of that treasure that's been uncovered because you are following your soul. And I feel like you've been asking questions either in prayer or meditation or whatever it is for you to the universe. You're like, okay, how do I figure this out? How do I get out of this? How do I move out of this energy? You are literally like, I'm taking my life into my hands. Let me know in the comments if that resonates with you because it feels so powerful to me. Leo, it feels so powerful to me. I feel like you, like, okay, so this could show up, right? Like, this is showing up, these treasures uncovered is showing up as you living courageously, you following your soul, right? And I feel like it is because you were asking the questions, following your soul, and figuring out, like, where am I not headed in the right direction? Let me change that right now. Right? Like, I feel like it's interesting because this says initiations right there, but it was just like shown to me as like the initiative. Like, you took the initiative to figure out what the hell isn't working. And I feel like because you did that and you started making changes, like, I feel like you are seeing this halls of Amenti initiation show up in your life as like people are like, what is Leo doing? Oh wow, Leo's living courageously. Like, Leo is just out here loving life and doing the things. And I feel like, you know, with this I am presence, I feel like how this shows up for you is like you receiving abundance and desires and things because you've set yourself free. And I feel like part of this abundance is people seeing you, for your truth, for your soul. Like, you're living courageously and you're just living your soul-led life. And I feel like they're like, ooh, Leo, you look real good, Leo, because you're just doing life. Look at this. You have Heart of Source, all-encompassing love, all-encompassing love, unconditional acceptance, and serenity. Like, I really feel here for you. There's something here where I feel like you've learned to love yourself, Leo. And I feel like your divine creator, the universe, whatever it is that you pray to, meditate to, talk to, right? I feel like, yeah, it's interesting. I just looked up and we were at 2222, and the twos are about partnership. And I feel like there has been some sort of partnership that you have developed, experienced with your divine creator, the universe, whatever it is, that has shown you how much you should love you. Whether that's you, like, whether it is like divine creator, like, grabbed your hand and was like, hey, we're going to take a walk down memory lane and I'm about to show you why you should be loving you right now. Right? This could be you discovering your soul purpose. This could be you discovering what you're here for. This could be you discovering what you love, what you're passionate about, right? We did see, or I was shown rather, that Eight of Pentacles, which is about the things that you're passionate about, working on the things that you're passionate about. Whatever it is for you, I feel like there's been this epiphany, as it were, of how much you should love you and how much the universe loves you. And I feel like because Leos give and love so generously and they are loyal as all get out, right? I feel like you have in some way, shape, or form, learned or discovered how to give some of that to yourself, because I don't think you've done it in the past. And I feel like you are shining like the 4th of July, baby. You are shining like gold. You are shining so bright. Your light is so beautiful. I feel it. I see you, Leo. I see you. And it's stunning. Absolutely stunning. Let's see how this might show up. The Breathing Rose. Look at this. Are you kidding me? Heart healing, emotions, connection, and time eases. Again, like I was saying, it feels like Source was like, hey, let's go take a walk down memory lane. Time eases. Let's go walk there and let me show you, right? Let me show you why you should be loving you. Again, heart healing. I feel like you have learned how to love you. And I feel like you've been shown why you should love you. And I feel you're like, damn, Daniel, like, yes, actually, you're right. This is amazing. What else do you have here? Page of Cups. Okay, so it was in this kind of horizontal, like it landed in this horizontal space, right? So I feel like this could be showing up for you in a couple of ways. One, I feel like you could be healing these things around dreaming, around being a dreamer, around the things that you want to experience. Yeah, there's fear coming up here. Pardon me. The fear manifests as like burpy energy, so please do excuse me, but there's fear coming up here around your dreams. Like, okay, what if my dreams never come true? What if this? What if that? Like, I feel like you're healing something around being that big old dreamer, around like having these humongous dreams and wanting to be very brave and like be the leader and be charismatic and like just make things work. And I feel like you want to do all the things, right? And I feel like there's some sort of healing taking place around like being a dreamer. Okay. But I also feel like there's some healing going around or coming in because it can go either way, right? So in the upright, it's like a dream, it's like a dreamer, like a little being a little bit sensitive, right? I feel like some of you are healing around being a little bit sensitive or being sensitive about your dreams also. And then I feel like there are others who are having this heart healing around, again, the emotions. Like cups are emotions, right? So how beautiful is that? And I feel like it's healing like insecurities and disappointments and healing the like emotional immaturity that you had to like kind of pick from the barrel when you didn't know what you didn't know. It's like, okay, I definitely overreacted in that situation, but I didn't know any better. So listen, Linda, it's okay. It's fine. Let it go. We're going to move on now. We didn't know what we didn't know, right? It's having that conversation with yourself. And I feel like for some of you, it could be both, right? I just feel like you've done a lot of healing around your heart space. And I do feel like you are moving into or have moved into this energy of accepting yourself and seeing yourself for who you are and having this big old heart and knowing like this is part of why I'm here. Part of the reason why I'm a Leo. Part of the reason why I was born when I was born, because I have this big old heart and I'm meant to use it for everyone. Not just me, but for everyone. Right? And I think this is really beautiful about you, Leo. You also have here Seraphim's Gateway, voice activation, angelic attunement, and divine support as another activation showing up for you. And here's the thing, I do feel like you probably feel divinely supported in some way, shape, or form. That could be something as simple as divine spirit coming through and helping you to feel less anxious or something. Or it could be something as big as like divine creator showing up for you in your life, like, oh, I really needed that money, and it showed up right on time. Because I feel like you are very good at manifesting if you allow yourself to do it, and if you are healing the things and going through the things. And I feel like it's interesting. Like, I feel like there is this energy of getting in line, right? There's this angelic attunement kind of energy of like getting in line with your divinity and who you truly are, and watching that divine support roll in because you're like, oh, this is what I'm about. Okay. Right? I don't know. Let's see how it shows up. How could this show up, please? Interesting. We have healing the mother line, healing ancestral work, mother line, and growing up. So it's interesting that we have this. Okay, thank you, Spirit. Like, I feel like there's this divine support in the sense that you are healing that mother line and the ancestral work that is being done. You're supported ancestrally. And I feel like you probably feel this to some extent. Maybe you've even felt called to, I want to say like go back in time, like travel in time. I feel like for some of you, you could have felt called to certain time periods over the course of the month, which could be something like this. You're healing something from that timeline. Maybe it's ancient Egypt. Maybe it's um, Rome, right? Ancient Rome, or something, medieval times, or whatever it is, colonial times, right? Like, you may have for some reason like randomly started feeling called to certain time periods. And I feel like if that is true for you, and if this resonates with you, you could be healing ancestral line, things from the ancestral line from that time period. And maybe even subconsciously. You may not even know that that's what's going on. And I also feel here, again, you have that support. I feel like part of this healing that you're doing for the mother line is that voice activation, is sharing your voice, is not fearing being who you are and shining your beautiful light. I also feel like this growing up thing is like, for some of you guys, I feel like you had that mother where you're like, would you just grow up already? Right? Like I say that with so much love. But I feel like some of you have experienced this or said this about your mother, um, or maybe even your grandmother, right? Or your sister or your aunt or something, right? Because this is the mother line. So it can be anyone down the mother line, the feminine line. Okay. Like, oh my gosh, this is what I'm healing. Right? Like you're could be healing for somebody down that line who you are essentially growing up your whole soul group, all the mother line, right? All of those that have come before you and all of those that will come after you. You are essentially healing that mother line, growing up for them so that when others come in, they don't come into this wounded mother line. They don't come into this uh for lack of better terms, toxic mother line. They come in to a mother line that's been cleared of karma, that has had these patterns and things released, and that they can just enjoy being a soul here on this planet without all of the extra added nonsense that you're currently dealing with. Right? I feel like you are that person. You are the one who is like, I'm going to go fix it. It's fine. Maybe you don't feel that way about it now. Yeah, because here's the thing. As a true, like in true Leo form, right? I feel like you put these impossible expectations on yourself. Like I'm actually kind of feeling like um your soul is probably laughing right now. Because I feel like there's some part of you before you incarnated here, right? When you're like creating and drafting your soul plan, you're like, I totally got this 100%. Like it's going to be a walk in the park. And it feels like you got here and you're like, wait a minute, this is not what I thought it was going to be, right? Like, okay. So I do feel like that's true for some of you, okay? And it's a little bit of like comical, right? But there's also this energy coming through quite strongly of really, here's the thing. Like I feel like there's this energy that you have may have placed on your mother these impossible expectations for them to be perfect, for them to have, or you should have been the mother that I deserved, or something along those lines. And what I want to lovingly say to you is that it is very likely that as part of your soul plan, you asked your mother to behave a certain way so that you could grow, or vice versa. So that means one of you likely kind of took a little bit of a back seat and kind of forfeited, if you will, your soul growth at this point, and then was like, I'll let this person grow right now and learn these lessons. I will step back. Right? Um, Either way, I feel like for some you kind of put these impossible expectations on on your mother line or on your mother, and it's like, you know, you may have looked at her like, what are you ever going to grow up? Like, what in the actual crap? And in all reality, like your soul may be quite older, quite more like a lot more older than hers or something. So her soul doesn't even have that wisdom. It hasn't even gained that wisdom yet or something. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's this energy of like, oh, my mom's not another soul here having lessons too. Like, my mom should know all the things. And in reality, the things that happened have helped you, have grown you, have brought you to this space where you are so beautifully empowered. You are shining your light and living courageously, where you are really living a beautiful soul-led life. And I feel like there's some healing going on around this as well, because it's like, holy crap, through all of that nonsense, I was able to arrive at this beautiful place. Okay. So take it as it resonates with you, if it resonates at all, but that's what I'm picking up. And I feel like part of this is you sharing your voice as well, right? Like I feel like for some of your mothers, like they haven't or never felt heard or something. something about their voice being suppressed, either by family or a spouse or something. And it's very likely that if this resonates with you, your mother probably did this to you as well, right? Suppressed your voice, made you feel unimportant or something, like you didn't matter or something like that, like you weren't ever heard, right? Like it feels like there's something here where like your mother may have not felt heard and then thus kind of put that on you as well. So the guidance from your angels you have, how beautiful is this, Leo? My gosh. Love and accept yourself. Thank you, angels, for lovingly guiding me to self-acceptance. Abso-freaking-lutely. I am feeling this. I've been feeling this the whole reading. It's glorious. And how beautiful. How beautiful. Y'all better be giving thanks to them angels. I feel like you've done tremendous work, Leo. Really. Like, I'm so, like, wow. Your angels, I feel like your angels are so proud of you. You also have take a step back. Thank you, angels, for helping me to step back from what's not serving me. Yes, there's that freedom there with the Eight of Swords. I absolutely feel like you've done this. And also it's interesting as well because the Eight of Swords in reverse, if you recall, is about self-acceptance. And this card, love and accept yourself, is placed right beneath it. This is also the Eight of Swords is that freedom, right? From what's not serving you, them victim stories, okay? And then you have this card laying right beneath it. I don't think that's a coincidence because I do feel like these are things you've done or have been working on. So I do feel like you kind of, yeah, the angels deserve a thanks for that. But you also deserve a lot of recognition for the work that you have done. So know that, please. You also have spirit animal here. Thank you, Animal Kingdom, for blessing my path with love. I definitely feel like you're seeing animals repeated. If you are present in the moment, I definitely feel like this is happening for you, right? I'm not saying if you live next to a zoo and you see the giraffes every day because you live there, right? Like, I know that's kind of silly, but I mean that, right? Like if you're driving and you see a turtle and then you're watching a movie and there's a turtle and then you check your email and there's an advert for like turtle wax or something, right? That's the kind of thing I'm talking about. Okay. But I do feel like the animals are communicating with you. And I feel like if whatever's showing up for you, if this resonates with you, I feel like there's might be a message in the definition of what that spirit animal means, like on a spirituality level, where it talks about or recognizes or mentions growth, transformation, work being done, healing, something like that. You also have here healthy choices. Thank you, angels, for guiding me to make healthy decisions. You know, I do want to say something here, Leo. I feel like you're in a state of like gratitude. Like it's interesting to me, okay? But it feels almost to me like the angels are repeating back what you've said already. If that makes sense. Like maybe you had a breakthrough and you're like, oh my gosh, thank you, thank you, thank you. Right? Like you're praying for something and it happens, you're like, thank you. I feel like you are just giving thanks where you feel it's supposed to be going. Like gratitude showing up, you're just like, oh, thank you for this beautiful sunshine. Like, thank you for waking me up today. Thank you for this and that and the other. Like, I just feel like you're throwing out a lot of gratitude. And I feel like the universe is noticing. It's very interesting, but I do feel like for some of you, you've decided to make healthier choices. Maybe you started going to the gym. Maybe you started a workout routine or started walking or want to do so. Maybe these things have been kind of nudging you, right? But I feel like there is an energy here of making healthier choices, moving away from things that aren't serving you, again, with that Eight of Swords energy and the Eight of Cups energy that I saw as well. You also have here the miracle of forgiveness, Archangel Jeremiah. Thank you, Jeremiah, for helping me to understand the process of forgiveness. Isn't that amazing? Because I feel like there's energy here of like, I didn't know what I didn't know, so I'm going to forgive myself. right? And also, like, for again, like forgiving your mother line, like I said, for some of you, I feel like you placed impossible expectations on your mother, thinking like she was supposed to have it all figured out, right? And I feel like Archangel Jeremiah is here to help you to do that if you haven't already, or if you're struggling with it, or maybe you don't even know what you should be forgiving. Like, I feel like if you call upon Archangel Jeremiah, like, you can ask, right? Like, thank you for helping me to figure this out. Thank you for helping me to forgive my mother. Thank you for helping me to find whatever it is that needs to be healed in regards to my mother. Thank you for showing me the path, right? And finally, you have the miracle of prayer with Archangel Sandalphon. Thank you, Sandalphon, for delivering my prayers to heaven. You know, I love this because I feel like there's this energy here of being like a manifester, right? I had that energy come through, like accessing the divine within, attracting like a rose, like receive abundance coming in, like things receive, like thank. And I feel like as you're experiencing this, I do feel like you're like, ooh, thank you. I needed that. I was waiting for that. I needed it. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Right? Or things are showing up and you're like, thank you, thank you, thank you. It doesn't matter how small or big it is. I feel like your gratitude is the same. Because I feel like you know that it's being answered. You're like, hey, I asked for that. This is wild, right? That's what it feels like. It's beautiful. I love this for you. And I want to share with you as well that I find it fascinating that you have 3 female characters here on the angel cards. And I'm going to keep going as well. And 3 male cards, which is very balanced, or cards with male beings on them. And then here, similarly, you have 2 females and 2 males. So I feel like your divine feminine and divine masculine energy is quite balanced or fairly balanced. And I feel like you may know that. Like, I feel like you're like, wait, am I in feminine energy or masculine? I feel like you can't pinpoint it. And I feel like if this applies to you, if you're resonating with this, it's because you're pretty balanced. Okay. So the bottom of the decks for you are her Sirius star blessings. Yes, proceed, be seen, and push through. This is the energy of like, do not give up, keep going. You're doing amazing. Number 1. Number 2, be seen, shine that beautiful, beautiful, beautiful light, which I feel like you're doing, living courageously. Right. And this is interesting, Leo, because as I'm speaking about this, we're just a few days outside of the Sirius gateway little portal thing, which took place between, I want to say, July 3rd and July 7th. As I film this in real time, it's the 10th. So just not too long ago. And I feel like this is really interesting because I feel like potentially during that portal, you may have manifested things. And I feel like maybe it's going to show up for some of you. Interesting. Oh, wow. You also have here the bloom. Creations realized. Holy crap nuggets, Batman. Right time, harvest and celebrate. Again, I feel like you've been doing the work. I feel like you have every reason to be celebrating yourself. And I feel like things are going to be showing up because you've been trying to manifest them. And you've been putting in the work, right? Clearing out the old energy, making room for the new. I feel like for a lot of you, you're giving it to God, your creator, whatever you pray to. You're like, okay, look, I don't know what the hell's going on, but here, you take it. And I'll wait. I will wait for you to tell me when to move. And so here's the thing. I feel like they're coming, and I feel like you won't see it coming because it is or was, until I grabbed it, at the bottom of the deck. Right? So I feel like it comes as a surprise. You're like, oh, wow, this stuff really does work. And it's not only just the way you feel that makes that very apparent, but I feel like it is also what shows up. Okay. You also have here the 3 of Swords, which is really interesting. This is an energy of heartbreak and suffering, also grief, sadness. But here's the thing. Here's the thing. I feel like what you're really doing here is kind of, okay, what is the song? It's there. I can't think of who it's by right now. Oh my gosh, I'm so frustrated. But it's called The Painful Truth. It's by a female artist. Oh my gosh, I don't know. I will put a link in the description box and you can check it out if you want. But anyways, there's a song that's like, it's the painful truth. And I feel like this is what this card is. It's like, it's the painful truth. It may be the painful truth that you had impossible expectations on your mom, and that's why your relationship was so hard. Or they had impossible expectations on you, and that is something that you are healing and dealing with. Painful truth. But it may be, I also feel like there's something here because you are or have released yourself from these victim stories and things. I feel like that was a painful truth as well, right? I feel like you've been in the world of hurt where you're like, I really screwed myself a lot actually, and that was really painful to experience. Oh, thank you, Lord. Thank you, Lord. Thank you, Lord. I just got this message drop in where these people may see you living courageously and shining your beautiful light everywhere, but what they don't know is all of the heartbreak and the suffering and pain that you have had to go through to get here. All of the painful truths that you've had to realize about yourself that it took to get you to this place where you can live this soul-led life, where you can live courageously, right? I feel like it was hard. I feel like it was hard. And it's interesting, you also have, look here, the Nine of Swords as well. This is in the reverse. This is an energy of hope. Also despair. It can be about despair. It can also be about reaching out for help. But here's the thing for you, Leo, for some of you, I feel like you were in so much pain and you had no one to reach out to. I feel like you pulled yourself up by your bootstraps and was like, the only hope I've got is the hope I'm giving myself, and I'm doing it. And here's what's even more interesting. Underneath this Nine of Swords in the reverse is that Eight of Cups that I was talking about earlier. I feel like you were like, look, I'm not buying the bullshit stories anymore. Like, I'm walking away. I'm disillusioning myself from all of the things where I have painfully screwed myself over. Self-sabotage, whatever it is. Manifested nonsense, like fuckery, right? Like I feel like you've grown so much, Leo. So much. It's amazing. Like feeling it energetically, it feels absolutely amazing. Like I feel like you've done so much for your soul. Like really, I really do feel like you've done so much for your soul. You also have here at the bottom of the deck, clear your vibes, Archangel Metatron. Thank you, Metatron, for clearing my energy field. I feel like this may be something that you haven't done in a minute, maybe. I almost feel like there's this energy here of like, you may not know this, but it might not be a bad idea for you to do this, right? To like clear your energy. Whether that's like, I'm going to take a bath, right? Water cleanse type of thing. I'm going to drink a lot of water, clear my energetic field that way. I'm going to call upon my angels, Archangel Metatron, right? I'm going to ground into the earth. I'm going to meditate. I'm going to listen to binaural beats, like whatever it is, right? I feel like Archangel Metatron wants you to know, like, this is an important thing for you to remember. Don't forget to clear your energy. This is important as well. So if you've forgotten, that's your reminder. I hope that something in this reading has been valuable for you, Leo, or resonated with you in some way, shape, or form. If it did, please do the YouTube things by liking, sharing, and or subscribing. I also love comments, so do feel free to leave a comment for me if you want to share something. I always love reading your guys' comments, so thank you very much for that. Thank you for sharing your time and energy with me. I truly am so very grateful for you. I'm sending you so much love. Big hugs, the big congratulations, right? You have so much to be proud of yourself for, Leo. You've done so much growth. So do pat yourself on the back. I'm sending you so much love. As I was saying, please have an incredible month. Take care of your beautiful soul, and I hope to see you on the next one. Bye.